Hello and welcome to the video version of my journal. I'm Steffanie Rivers. If there ever was a time for the National Rifle Association to speak out in support of a man's Second Amendment rights to bear arms, Philando Castille is that man. Castille was fatally shot by police outside of St. Paul, Minnesota last week during a routine traffic stop. Castille was carrying a concealed weapon. He had a legal permit to carry that weapon, and he told police officers that when they stopped him. Still, he was fatally shot and killed. No word from the NRA in support of Castille. I wonder why. Never mind, I know why. In the aftermath of mass shootings across the United States, one would think that those elected officials who are so against stronger gun laws because they say it would infringe on the rights of Americans across the country to carry guns legally, you would think they would have spoken out against the police officer Geronimo Yanez who shot and killed Castille. But no word on that, no conference. I wonder why. Never mind, I know why. The NRA and members of Congress should be outraged, vocal and in lockstep agreement that Castille's civil rights were violated in the worst way. But mum's the word. Every time a person of color is beaten, shot, or killed under questionable circumstances by a member of law enforcement, now these are people who are sworn to protect and serve them, the detractors are quick to explain it away. If there's no video, they say, well, there should be video. If the police officers' webcams didn't work, they say, well, there was just a technical difficulty. And if there is video, they claim the angle wasn't right, it didn't show the whole story. I wonder what they're going to say to explain away the video that was streamed live on Facebook showing the moments after police fatally shot Castille last week. Attorneys for Geronimo Yanez, that's the police officer who stopped and shot Castille, he said that there was more to the traffic stop than what we know. Well, Castille's girlfriend, Diamond Reynolds, she was the person who did the video on Facebook, and she was in the car with her 4-year-old and with Castille when they were stopped. She said the police officer told them the reason they were stopped was because of a broken tail light. So somebody's not telling the truth. Somebody's coming up with reasons after the fact to explain away why they were overzealous and shot Castille. In his 4 years on the police force, Yanez must have pulled over somebody else who was legally carrying a concealed weapon in Minnesota because it is state law there, but he didn't shoot them. I wonder what's the difference between that person and Castille. I can only wonder why. Now the conversation between black children and their parents has to go further than to tell them to just comply with police, don't make any sudden moves. Because now what do you have to do? You have to drive a pristine car. You have to pull out your ID, put it on the dashboard, put your hands on the dashboard, and start the videotape before they walk up and claim they feared for their lives and start shooting. God forbid if you run into that police officer who is just overzealous and just wants to start shooting without provocation. What does a black man have to do to remove the target from his back? Not even becoming president of the United States has been good enough. Ever since the day that Barack Obama was elected president, a feat many people thought would never happen in America, plans were set in motion to return the White House to the kind of person some people think is the rightful occupant. A white elitist male who says what most of his constituents are thinking but are too afraid to say. A man who uses his influence to increase only himself and his allies while minimizing the accomplishments of others, especially if those people don't look like him and he can't gain anything from them. I don't know what's worse, being the invisible man or being too visible man. To find out more about the things that I care about, go to the written version of my journal. It's at eurweb.com. Thanks and have a super day.